Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. I'm your host, SunX, and with me today, as always, is our NHL analyst and expert, the grumpy old man. They say there's no shame in his game because he's always the same.
That's me.
That's right, Grumpy. That is you. Before we get into our show, we got to go over some housekeeping as always. If you guys enjoy the content over here, and even if you don't, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, so we can juice up that algorithm and get this show out to as many people as possible. We want everybody watching. Isn't that right, Grumpy?
Everybody watching.
That is right. So we usually shoot to have this show every Wednesday at 9 p.m.
We want the Islander brass watching. Maybe
What?
they can learn a few things.
What?
Maybe the Islanders can learn a few things by watching this podcast.
Mhm. Yeah,
I know
they probably
Matthew
watched.
Darsh-
They probably watched on mute, Grumpy, if they were to watch it.
I know Matthew Darsh could watch it and learn something. That's for certain.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. But they don't want to, Grumpy. They're better than the people.
They think they're better than the people. They're not.
They think they're better than the people, Grumpy.
When
They
Matthew
don't wanna listen
Schaefer
to
walks,
facts. What?
when Matthew Schaefer walks, you heard it here first.
Oh my God. Anyway, we shoot to have the show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit of an earlier start today. Yeah, let's roll. So, as the title of this show states, $42 million lie, Grumpy. What does that entail, that $42 million lie?
I've been hearing recently from certain people, oh, the Islanders have $42 million in cap space. Can you put it up on the screen, please?
Yes, I
Because
can
I
present.
just want everyone to see what's actually happening here. 42 million, and you're going to need to make that bigger.
Okay.
Bigger X. So people looking at it, they'll be able to see it. There we go. There we go. We show this year's. Okay, go up higher. Come on, X. We got to be able to see it, what's going on there.
Okay, I can't. Oh my God. This stinking thing.
It's the other direction you have to go.
I'm aware.
You told me you weren't stupid before, but you
I'm
don't
not
even,
stupid.
you
You're
don't even
old
know how
and
to move
blind.
something up and down.
You're old and blind. You have
You're
cataract.
looking at it and
Fix
telling
your
you
eyes.
it's wrong.
Fix your eyes, Grumpy.
All right. And it's not about this year. The Islanders only have $3 million. That's a little bit less than $3 million, but approximately $3 million in cap space. They have their roster of 23 roster size players are already signed. They have 8 more contracts, which to make $3 million to sign 8 more contracts. That's if they don't move anybody off of the team. Is that something that Matthew Darsh has been inclined to do? No. So we're going to say that he's not going to have to do that. But I did want to talk about, Matthew Darsh's been running his mouth, likes to run his mouth on, we have $42 million in cap space next year. $42 million. Like when he says something like that, X, what is he trying to speak to the masses about?
He's trying to gaslight everyone.
And what is he trying to gaslight them to think?
Oh, we can make multiple signings. We can bring in a ton of players next year. Oh, yeah. Let me gaslight you up.
We'll suck this year, just like we sucked last year and sucked the year before. But next year, not this year coming up, the year after, we're going to be flush with cash and we're going to be able to make big moves. We're going to be right back to being a contender again.
Essentially, he's already making excuses for this year.
Right. And then you make it wonder if he said to owner, because you've heard him say this, we were stuck with this cap situation for the next 2 years. Of course, totally disregarding that he's made the situation much worse by acquiring Andre Palat and Braden Shen and trading away futures. Okay. He doesn't want to include that, right? Why let the facts get in the way of a good story, right?
Yep.
But this clown, and here's the thing, I have zero respect for him now. Give him a chance. I gave him a chance. I gave him 3 months. He screwed it up. Done with him. Done with him. Do you remember the first thing I said, X, when they hired Matthew Darsh?
That he was a coffee errand boy.
Well, no. What was the first thing I said? You traded
old, dumb,
bold, and dumb for young, bold, and dumb.
Bold, and dumb. That's right.
You should have that written down. When I ask you that, you should have that written down. You should know that. Wake up, X. You failure. Wake up. Okay.
I'm just done listening to you.
So he says we have 42 million. Okay, we don't really have 42 million, but that's not the story, right? We have 41.67 million. Okay. But if you scroll up a little bit, or maybe a little bit further down, there you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. Stop. There we go. Right there, right there. Perfect. Potential bonuses. This is the Matthew Schaefer bonus. 3.85 million. Okay? Matthew Schaefer is going to earn that bonus.
Yes.
Okay? That comes right off the top. Right off the top. You have 38 million. Actually, a little bit less than 38 million. But we'll just say 38 million for argument's sake. Then you look at the active roster. You have 14 of 23 players signed. Okay? What does that mean? 9 players to the active roster need to be signed just to field a team for $38 million. So how much does that break down to, X? Or are you just expecting, I don't know, any young players to come into the fold who are just going to light the world on fire? Not this year. Not this year, by the way. Next year.
I'm thinking Victor Eklund can maybe potentially crack a roster.
Well, he should make the team this year.
You think he'll make the team this year?
He should make the team this year, right? I mean, that's what they're saying. I mean, are you going to go into this season with no real replacement for Anders Lee? I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't consider Victor Eklund's style of play a replacement for Anders Lee.
Okay. But here's the thing. Do you expect him to hit the ground running and being a star?
No. He's going to obviously, he's not going to be a Matthew Schaefer. He's not going to break into the league and just be tremendous.
He's already under contract.
Okay? Yes.
He's already under contract.
I thought you were talking about any young players that we think are going to crack the lineup by that time period.
You still have, we can go to take a look at to look at the position players. I just want to touch on, we have to sign 9 players to the team.
Correct.
For $38 million. That's just to field an opening night roster. So that means you're going to be averaging roughly, let's just say $4 million per player. If we've learned anything with the salary cap going up 10 million this year, 10.5 million, and 10.5 million next year, what's the free agent pool going to look like?
Very, very slim pickings.
Very shallow.
Yes.
And the guys who are free agents, are they getting overpaid or underpaid? They're getting overpaid.
Correct.
So is $4 million today? What's that worth next year? Is that 5?
I'd say maybe about I'd say probably 6.
Because it always goes up, right?
Yeah.
Salaries never go down; they always go up. So let's say $4 million a year now is $5 million next year.
Sure.
The Islanders don't get underneath they don't have enough players under that cap. 9 players times $5 million, that's $20 million. Right? Or what is it? I'm sorry. 9 times 5 is 45. Sorry.
45 million.
45 million. You might get bonuses. You might have a couple of young guys step in. They can't re-sign any of their other guys. They can't sign them because they're all veterans who make over that amount now.
Yep.
Emil Henneman is going to be due a raise. Everyone thinks Emil Henneman is great. I don't. But a lot of people on this who listen to us seem to think he's good.
That means you have to try and move some players is what that means.
If he scores over 20 goals or gets 25 goals this year, do you think his value is going to go up?
Yes.
All right, let's just for shits and giggles, let's take a look at our team overview, if we could. There we go. Click on summary. Click on summary. Click on summary. There you go.
Do you want me to zoom out a little bit?
Keep going. We want to see the players. There we go. Okay. How many?
These are just recent acquisitions.
Okay. Do we not have if you click on summary, does it not show all the players on the team?
You're talking about depth chart.
Okay, depth chart. Put it up.
There it is.
Okay. Simon Holmstrom. Okay, that's not the one we're looking for. I'm looking for the roster breakdown. Click on roster breakdown.
Where's roster? Manage roster?
Oh my God, right up top, above it.
What are you talking about?
Up.
Oh, up here.
Roster breakdown. Okay, let's see. There we go. That's the one we need, X. My gosh, you'd think you'd never seen this page before.
I've seen it quite a few times, actually.
Let's see who's going to be with the team and who's not. Matt Barzell, yes. Bo Horvat, yes. Braden Shen, yep. That horrible deal is going to still be here. Anze Palat, nope, he'll be gone. And I'm assuming no buyout for Anze Palat this year. Why would you buy him out? Then you'll need to put it's 2 years worth of salary on your team. You're not going to do that. JG Pageau will be on the team. Kyle Palmieri, probably not on the team. If you do want to sign him back, he's going to take at least $4 million minimum to stay with the team. If you can please scroll a little bit further down.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Hold on, sorry.
Oh my God. Simon Holmstrom, RFA. He's making $3.63 million right now. He's going to get a raise, right? You're not going to see him get paid less than that, are you?
No.
So he's probably going to get 4.5. We still have Anthony Duclair for another year. Boy, there's the gift that keeps on giving. Pierre Engvall. Hey, we only got 4 more years of him. He'll still be there. Casey Cizikas. He'll be on UFA. He'll be gone. Macias Michelli. Okay. He's still an RFA. So let's say you're happy with him. You can sign him. Well, I would assume they try to sign him to a long-term deal. But he's going to probably get more than $2.25 million, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
He'll probably, if he does anything this year, he's probably going to be a $3.5 million a year player.
Yep.
Emil Henneman, as I mentioned earlier, if he scores 25 goals this year, he's going to be worth at least $4 million. You know, you have 2 years where you get upwards of 20, 25 goals. You got to pay for that. Callum Ritchie is going to be on his last year of his entry-level deal. Kyle McLean, if you continue scrolling, please. Kyle McLean will be gone by then. Probably, over it is, you're going to be vet minimum, right? Then you look at your defense. How many defensemen are signed, X?
6.
6. And that's not even including the guys in the minors. Okay?
Correct.
So you're going to have all those guys are under contract for at least another year.
Yes.
Okay? So no one's going there. Then you're looking at your goalie group, and you have 1 guy signed for next year, and that's Ilya Sorokin.
Correct.
So you're going to have to sign it back either Varley or Vanacek, one or the other, or both. Let's say if they sign both of them back, that's going to be another $4 million off your cap space. This is before you even try to improve your team. You're not going to let go of your Simon Holmstroms. All the guys I talked about are guys that are RFAs or guys that the Islanders are looking to keep. You're going to have virtually no money to sign players from the outside, which means you're going to have to go the trade route. As we've seen, Matthew Dosh is incapable of making a good trade for the New York.
Loses every single deal.
He's batting 1,000. He's wrong every time.
Correct.
The Islanders have all their draft picks for the next 3 years and an extra 6th, I believe, next year. That's the good news. I just think you're lying to the people when you tacitly put it out there. Oh, we have $42 million next year. Yeah, you know what $42 million would be worth if you had everybody signed? Then it's worth $42 million. When you have 9 guys you have to sign just to ice a team, if I had $42 million, and not even including the salary, the Schaefer bonuses, where if he doesn't pick up those bonuses, we're bottom 5 team in the league, right? Let's be honest.
Yep.
So I'm assuming he's going to get those bonuses. When you're talking about $38 million for 9 guys, that money doesn't go that far. And especially when you do stupid things like he did taking on Anze Palat's contract this year. I don't know if you saw it. The New Jersey Devils signed Anthony Mantha to a 2-year, $4.5 million per year deal. Oh, the Islanders, you hear from some of the idiot portion of the fan base. Well, we couldn't afford him. Well, you want to know why we couldn't afford him? And you want to know why the Devils were able to afford him? Because they took on $6 million contract of Anze Palat. Why do you think? I mean, $4.5 million, $6 million minus 4.5 is what? They still have $1.6 million left over, and the Islanders get bupkis. And Anze Palat is on this team, and the Devils are infinitely better. Tell me,
then
the
also
Islanders are
Shen
better.
too. Shen's a lot as well.
Yeah, but I'm not talking. I'm just talking about the Devils. We took on a bad Devils contract.
Correct.
A 3rd-round draft pick that we moved to Carson Soucy. Right, boy, that was another great signing.
Yep.
Or another trade. And the Devils get that $6 million in cap space. How would Anthony Mantha look on a line with Kyle Palmieri and Matt Barzal? He'd be a perfect partner with Matt Barzal. That was a steal. That was a steal for Anthony Mantha. And all I see pictures on Matthew Darce's social media. He's out golfing with guys. Oh, my God. Dude, I told you he was going to do nothing this offseason, right? Absolutely nothing. That's what he's done. Nothing. The team you see right now is the team you're going to see on opening night.
More failure.
It's a bad team.
But then he expects different results. Well, actually, no, he's not expecting different results this season. He's already pretty much mailed it in that we're going to suck. And then he's trying to gaslight the organization and the fan base into keeping his, position for an additional year. That's to me what it looks like.
He bought himself 3 years by saying to ownership, because I'm sure that's, we have these contracts for 2 years. I won't be able to get underneath that cap hit, with the next 2 years because of the bad contracts that were signed. Well, this jackass made it worse by bringing in Braden Shen and Anze Palat. He made it worse. He added $12.5 million towards your cap this year.
Of bad contracts, correct.
I mean,
correct.
He's the one who signed Alexander Romanov
to that ridiculous deal. Yep. Those are what we like to call self-inflicted wounds.
Very true. Very true.
Yep.
But when he tells you what he's trying to, here's the thing. Most of the fans don't look at it like the people who listen to this show or, other shows, or maybe some of the other shows because they're kind of dumb. But the people who listen to this show absolutely look at things a little bit more in depth than the normal fan, the normies, right? Oh, he's got $42 million. That's great. We're going to be great next year. And then you'll read next year, oh, the Islanders are in a cap crunch. You see it every single year. Oh, the Islanders got cap money next year. And then it comes at the end of the season. Oh, the Islanders are out of cap space. It's the same thing every year. How many times are you going to fall for that? Banana in the tailpipe. You know what that's a reference to, the banana in the tailpipe, X?
No.
You have any idea what movie that was?
King Kong?
Not King Kong. King Kong didn't put bananas in a tailpipe.
I don't know.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
The movie that I wanted to watch with you and TJ last night, Beverly Hills Cop. I thought it would be a nice movie to watch, comedy, banana in the tailpipe. You would have got that. You don't know the reference, so we'll have to watch that movie tonight when you come home. Banana in the tailpipe. Okay. But I just think it's being disingenuous, and you're lying to your fan base by saying that. You're just taking the pressure off yourself for a failed offseason. That's what you're doing. Oh, well, next offseason will be better. No, it won't. It's going to be exactly the same. It's not changing at all. The team is what it is. This year's team is the same team as it was at the end of this year.
Correct.
Except here's Lee.
Yep.
That's it. So is anyone thinking this team is better?
No.
We were 8 points out of a playoff spot? I don't know. I don't see us getting better next year.
Nope. We will be worse next year.
We're going to be a bottom 2 team in the division. So everyone should be studying up on the draft real early.
The Rangers battling for last place.
The Rangers might be better than us.
They could be. I can't see that though.
I don't know. At least they made some moves to make their team better.
No, I'm not. I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but I'm just saying I can't see them as being better than us.
I just hate it when they lie, when they just roll that lie out.
It's
Just
to
roll it
gaslight
out.
the fans. It's exactly what it's for.
Gaslight the fan base.
Yep.
No, no. You've heard it here. I'm telling you now, as everyone knows who listen to this show, we are the curve on this show. We know what's going to happen before it happens.
We show him the curve. That's right.
Show him the curve.
Show him the curve.
That's not even his best pitch. Show him the curve.
That's right. That's
Great
right.
movie. Clint Eastwood. And what's her name? Amy Adams.
Amy Adams. That's it. Yeah.
Show him the curve. That's where the Islanders are. That's where the team is. And I don't know. Jersey Devils GM, new guy on the job. He's out signing Anthony Mantha, and Matthew Darche is missing 3-foot putts. I mean, that's what the offseason's turned into.
They should just have the picture of of Darche out there on the course, and then the other GM absolutely just grinding,
making phone calls, trying to make his team better. Matthew Darche, what the hell? I told the guys this. It's the way he bought himself 3 years. He bought himself 3 years because he will not be fired this offseason as GM next offseason. He will not. He'll be with the team for one more year, and then he'll be gone because he'll total fail, and the ownership's going to go, how did I get fooled by this guy? Because you didn't hire the grumpy old man. That's how.
That's
how
right.
you get fooled by those old ball guys.
Grumpy, you know what I think we need to do? We need to have the fan base go in and have a protest out in front and demand that you take over the general manager position, and everybody have shirts and signs when they go into the game. Grump for GM.
It could happen.
And they'll personally call you. And
right.
What would be your first request if they call you to bring you in? They say, all right, we want you. What do you need?
I'm going to be director of hockey operations, and I'm going to hire somebody who's a real GM.
Oh, I thought you would say,
I want to chart the direction of the team.
Coffee.
Well, I'll ask Darche to get me a cup of coffee. He'd be good at that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
something you can succeed at, right?
It's just, I just hate when the fans are lied to like that.
Yep.
And I thought it was important to tell that story tonight. It was just important. Don't be fooled by their lies. Fake news. Fake news. We've heard it before.
Yep.
You're seeing it from this guy, Darche. It's going to be bad. It's going to be a bad season, a bad off season next year. Who knows who's even going to be available? Get ready for the draft. That's all I have to say. Get ready for the draft. Start studying up those prospects now.
Yep.
Watch the Holinka Cup. Watch the World Junior Championships. Watch the Memorial Cup.
Just for us to pick the wrong guy.
Well, I mean,
actually, he's done pretty good in the drafts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not disappointed with his draft picks.
Yeah, I'm not going to bury his draft picks.
Yeah.
Because the guys who are making those selections now have the last couple of years, I think they've done a fine job. No complaints there. Not a one. Does everyone pan out? Nope. They did sign Danil Prokhorov to a contract, so he'll be playing in the A. But he's a long ways away. Big physical winger, probably a bottom six guy. Big physical winger, likes to throw the body. Great, you need guys like that. No problem at all. But he's probably a few years away. Keishon Aitchison, a few years away.
Yep. So you think Victor Eklund will crack the lineup though this year?
I think he's got a fair shot. Sure.
Okay. Let's wait and see what happens.
Yeah. And, hopefully he turns out to be a player.
Absolutely. That would be great. That would be great.
But if you're expecting a 19-year-old not named Matthew Schaefer to come in and light the world on fire, I'd probably say let's just pump the brakes on that a little bit.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
I would like to today's going to be a shorter show, X, because I know, it's not a whole lot going on, but I just want to talk about that. I thought that was important to talk about that, but I do want to do the ad read today, which is from our friends at DraftKings. You know them, X, right? DraftKings?
I do know of your friends at DraftKings.
Okay. Well, it all comes down to this. A best-of-7 battle of DraftKings has you covered every step of the way. The DraftKings Sportsbook app is now available in all 50 states and includes all markets. Sweat every shift of the series all in one place with one app. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code THPN Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code THPN. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Bet with DraftKings.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, that text pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Ends June 28. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
All right there, Mr. X.
All right, let's get into some comments, Grumpy.
Up on these comments. Matthew Sklar says, as of next year, that's what they have in this space, all other things being equal. As of next year.
Talk about cap space.
Yes. Now, Carolina, by the way, has $33 million in cap space, only $5 million less than the Islanders. And they only have 6 guys to sign to their roster, as opposed to 9. Go figure out. Stanley Cup champion is in a better cap situation than the lowly Islanders, the hapless Islanders, the loser Islanders. That's what that's what they used to be called, the hapless Islanders. You know what it was like reading Newsday saying the hapless Islanders throttled 7-3. Always hard to read. Craig, the regular human bartender, says most teams will have as much or more next year, and it doesn't matter when no free agents come to Long Island. Schaefer will lead half of that available money. Not next year, he won't. The year after, yes, but not next year. He's still under his rookie contract. But Craig is, once again, a smart fan. He knows. I don't need to explain that. That's why we try to get this podcast out to the masses, to the plebeians, to the normies, if you will. They need to be educated.
People with open ears.
That's right. That's right. David Sean McDonald says, Darth Darsh is giving me red flag vibes. Yeah, he sucks. He's done. Goon says, Grumpy, a few shows ago, you wore an Islanders Never Say Die shirt. How can I pilfer one? Sun X, don't ever stare directly into the sun.
Noted.
I think the last time I wore an Islanders Never Say Die t-shirt was when Greg got me one that I liked, but there was a certain member of the podcast who just simply wouldn't put that up. Those are the shirts that I like the best. Is the one that Greg and his wife, Mrs. Goon, wound up putting that up, and I really, really liked it. Sorry,
it wasn't me.
Sorry, Goon. Matthew Sklar says Darth was an idiot bringing that up though. Don't give away strategies. He doesn't know what he's a guy
gaslighting the fan base into thinking that there's hope. Look at that. We're just gonna have a terrible season this year. We're gonna suck, but don't worry, we'll be better next year.
Yeah, we'll be better next
year. It's gonna be more of the same.
Drew says, why do you think the Islanders social media team has been doing those stupid sweater contests?
Hey, I like the sweater contest. Don't be talking crap about the sweater
and making stories about career AHL defensemen that Darth signed LOL. The answer is obvious. Yeah, they know they're going to.
It's a diversion tactic.
Freedom Fund
Adventure marketing team, whip something up real quick so I can get the spotlight off of me and how poor of a job I've been doing.
Freedom Fund Adventure says the Athletic put out their top 100 prospects. Islanders had 5, one of the highest in the NHL. Some bias based on recent draft status and some errors like Ryan Lynn ahead of Malte Gustafsson. Yeah, well, you're gonna have probably Yzerman is in there. I didn't look at the list. We'll talk about that next week. But I'm going to say probably Yzerman, Gustafsson, Aitchison, Eklund, and maybe Prokhorov, or Gams in the goalie. But like I said, you need more. You need more of those guys. He shouldn't have dropped that. We probably could have had 8 or 9 if he hadn't traded all that draft capital at the deadline. Drew says Grumpy went full Asian parent mode, calling X a failure. X knows why I do that.
Yes.
Nothing serious. Freedom Fund Adventure goes, Grumpy, we have been telling you to get your eyes checked since way before TJ moved to Charlotte. You were a great reader previously, but when your 2 idiot sons read better than you, you need help.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's a below the bell
That
blow.
was below the belt. Goon says, Sonex, I'm impressed with how actually I should probably be wearing my readers when I do some of that reading. But I don't. What can I tell you? Goon says, Sonex, I'm impressed with how knowledgeable you've become with the Islanders. Oh boy. So there is no doubt in my mind that you'll be able to name 5 Islander captains since 1972. Go X.
Oh, I think we got Lee Tavares, soon to be Bo Horvat, probably be the new captain of the team. Flatley, Pekka, and then Poffin.
Dude, do you not have that written down on a list?
No,
I don't understand why you don't have that written down on a list.
I don't.
Okay. Next. David Shaw McDonald says, yeah, grumpy old man. That was months ago. Darshamites. Freedom Fun Adventure. Last week on the show, Son X threw sweet little Mrs. X under the snowmobile. He claimed she messed up ordering the DVDs and then went to another address. Did you get those or just another X lie? I have not received those.
I have not gone to get them, Grumpy. They're far away. They're a far, far away land.
Does the post office not work?
Why would I pay to get them shipped?
I could be dead before I get them. Well,
that's all right. You got plenty of other movies to watch.
Rick
we went over this a couple of nights ago.
Rick Lane says these days young players are playing with the big clubs earlier than they used to. Record number of 19-year-olds played in the NHL next year. I just don't think there's a whole lot of space for these guys to play. Frankie G Sports says we suck. That's positive. Rick Lane says, why wouldn't we try to get compensation for Lee at the previous deadline instead of him walking for absolutely nothing? Does this franchise ever learn from their mistakes? We've been talking about it for 2 years, and last year from, I don't know, November on, that you need to move these guys to get draft assets, get draft capital. If they want to come back, okay, sign them back for a 1-year deal, whatever, 2-year deal. The Islanders never think they should trade anybody who's a UFA when you're in a losing season. Don't ask me why. Every other team does it. That's why we're in the position. Well, that's one of the reasons why we're in the position that we're at. Matthew Sklar says, you're assuming that every contract you see will still be here. Okay. And I'll add, has he won any trades that he's made with the Islanders? Any of them? I don't think so.
Nope.
David Sean McDonald says, the Darshamites, actually, that's pretty good, Darshamites. Look at the Darth Darsh as the L. Ron Hubbard of Long Island. That was Lou Ron Hubbard, who used to be the GM here previously. Rick Lane says, I wanted Math on the island. That was an easy signing to make. Freedom Fun Event says, I believe Gamson can come over next summer. So many guys like Mayfield, Pulak lose trade protection. Islanders won the Dobson trade. No, they haven't. They have not won the Dobson trade. They have not won the Dobson trade. And here's your ifs. If the Islanders with Aitchison, Eklund, and Henneman play Montreal with Noah, they win. That is just not true.
No.
Now, if Eklund turns out to be a great player and Aitchison turns out to be a top pairing defenseman.
Sure, then yeah, they won.
And then because Henneman's a fourth liner. He's a throw-in. But if those other guys reach their potential or exceed it, then it's an Islander win. Absolutely. As of right now, they've not won that trade. Montreal get the best player in the trade, period. Rick Lane says, how can any team compete with the Florida teams with no income tax in free agency or the other states with low or no income tax? That's a real problem no matter what Bettman says. I think it is an issue for a lot of teams. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's no way. I've heard people say, well, they should outlaw that or alter contracts. No, sorry. That's just the way it is.
Teams should work with their state to maybe get those players no income tax. That way they can entice them to come to their
Or
team.
you know what? How about having those states have smarter government, realizing that maybe lower taxes are better for the people? I don't know. Just something to think about. Charles Dittmar says, Grumpy, you got to give Josh some slack. The old man effed up this roster for years. He seems to have a plan. Give him this year, please. Okay. Did Lou Lamoriello bring in Andre Palat? Did Lou Lamoriello bring in Braden Shen?
Did Lou Lamoriello sign Romanoff to a huge contract?
Did Lou Lamoriello bring in Carson Sousa? Did Lou Lamoriello sign Jonathan Drouin? No. Did Lou Lamoriello give Romanoff that ridiculous contract extension? No.
Did Lou Lamoriello get rid of picks?
No. Those were all. Hey, everyone knows I was down on Lamoriello at the end because the game passed him by. It was obvious. Game passed him by. But what did he do? Brock Nelson, who he was going to re-sign, by the way. Nelson said no. So you know what he did? Boom. We're going to trade you, and we're going to get some assets back. You got Callum Ritchie, and you got a first-round pick. Jackass trades that first-round pick.
Correct.
To get him a 34-year-old Braden Shen who's finished, who's absolutely finished. He's a guy who should go in the expansion draft when a team just has to get to the salary cap floor. They're bringing a guy like Braden Shen. Oh, yeah, he could be our first captain for a couple of years, and then we just put him out to pasture.
Yep.
No. Darce gets no more rope from me. None. Freedom Fund Adventure says, only thing I want the Islanders to add this year is fighters, so they aren't so embarrassing. The entire league has been adding fighters for years. Don't you want the Islanders to retool this year and draft high? Don't add.
Oh, I don't know what else he put there.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, we don't want to add certain things. That's for certain, right? X, is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, the fighting thing, I don't know. But yeah, they need to be a full-on rebuild. That's what they need. David Sean McDonald says, good. We need more top 5 picks. Yeah. You got to go to the bottom to come back up. Maybe you strike gold again like with Matthew Schaefer. Probably not. But maybe you get somebody like that. You can build around guys like that. Freedom Fund Adventure says, King Kong. Drew clipped that for TJ. I don't know what that's in reference to.
Because I said King Kong. Yes, what movie is putting a banana in the tailpipe and I said King Kong?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Gungun says, gents, were you both captivated by the MLB All-Star game? Has Darsh gone totally insane?
Did not watch the MLB All-Star game, and
he's not insane.
No.
He's just not a general manager.
Correct.
Rick Collane says, smells like Lou is still calling shots. No. You read this one, X.
Okay. This one says, we'll see. This one's from Matthew. He says, we'll see. I'm willing to give Darsh some time to figure it out.
How much time?
He's had enough.
Matthew Sklar says, by the way, thoughts on Yzerman news? X, what's the Yzerman news?
He's coming up to the big team.
What?
Yzerman news? Is he coming up to the big team? I don't know what the Yzerman news is. Do you?
Talking about Steve Yzerman, the general manager of Detroit.
Oh, is he getting fired?
Look it up, X. David Shaw McDonald says, his draft picks were no-brainers. Wait, are we still on Darth Darsh? The Darshamites. It's pretty good. Rick Collane says, Yzerman did an awful job in Detroit. Terrible.
He's fired.
About time, right?
Yep.
Had to be gone. I mean,
did you read this one?
8 years. 8 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. If he wasn't a team legend, he would have been gone long ago. I would think it's safe to say that Steve Yzerman is a failed general manager. And he did okay in Tampa, but they couldn't get over the top with him as GM. As soon as he left, they started winning Stanley Cups. He falls in love with his guys. It's an issue. Next, please. I read that one. And I read that one. Hope Penny. Yep. Weather and Aviation says, I am really feeling sorry for Schaefer. He does not deserve to be with us after 2 more years. He should be thinking of, this team isn't going anywhere. I need to hightail it out of here. He's stuck here until he's 25 years old. That's just, it's 7 years. So 18 plus 7 is 25. And that's how long he's guaranteed to be here. The Islanders will try to sign him long term. I think they should absolutely try to sign him to an extension whenever they can next off season. I believe July 1st of next off season, they can sign him to a contract extension. $20 million for 7 years. I think
that's good.
I mean, if you want him to be the face of your franchise, you cannot let him escape.
Absolutely. And it's better to sign him early now before the cap goes up and then contracts go up and now you're going to have to pay him more.
Or before
Better.
somebody offer sheets him.
Sure.
I mean, if you offer him $20 million for 7 years, I don't think
He's going to take it. He's going to take it.
7 years.
Correct.
And that would bring him to the age of 27 when he'd be at another bite of the apple.
Yep.
He could say, I don't want to contract anything more than 4. He could say that. And then it's like, now you're between a rock and a hard place because he'll be able to hit unrestricted free agency at 25. And then he's going to really cash in.
Well, the thing is, if you know that he only wants a 4-year contract, it means he has no interest in staying here.
Well, you still have time. You have time on your side there. I mean, here's the thing. They can do it next off season. They can sign him to an extension. Right now he has 2 years left on his entry-level deal, and then 4 more years would be 7 years of service, and then he could be a UFA. I mean, the team has to be good when he comes up on free agency. It has to be good. We can't be wallowing in what we are right now.
Yep.
Team needs to be much better. He looks like a kid who wants to win. Freedom Funderend says Provorov isn't a bottom 6. The dude scores and is a great skater. Okay. He's a bottom 6 guy. You'll see. And I like him. He got a lot to compete. Not everybody's top 6 player. It's not a crime to not be a top 6 guy. David Shaw McDonald says, X, you can stare at the sun. Just take off those magnifying glasses. Oh, wow. This grumpy old man wearing glasses would look like the dude from Trailer Park Guys.
Trailer Park Boys is what he meant. And in case you were wondering, Grumpy, I pulled it up.
Oh, there's a shocker. What do you know? Oh, what makes you think this is my guy?
That's what he said, the guy from Trailer Park Boys.
Well, maybe there's somebody else who wears glasses.
Hey, this is the only one.
I can't believe somebody's taking a shot at me over these glasses.
This is the only one.
Freedom Funderend goes, I knew the wrong address was nothing more than a stall tactic in hopes we all forget. Yeah, talking about UX. No, we just glossed over that one. That's for certain.
Yeah, that one.
Says, if they won't get you a card on holidays, you have 0 shot of ever getting an organ out of one of the boys if you need one, Grumpy. Well, that's true. You know, it's funny. They come over here, and it's like a horde of locusts hit the house every night. Donuts. The warden gets donuts. By the way,
I heard they're going to be coming through tonight as well.
Well, she picked up some of those Swedish fish, and those are available for people to eat.
Let's go.
So I bet you the other guy's going to be. If the other guy's listening to the show, he's probably
already over. He's probably already in the neighborhood.
He's in the car now. J. Robert Barra says the Islanders don't have the money. They haven't since Roy Bowe. They didn't even have the money with Roy Bowe. Freedom Funderend says Henneman is a 20-plus goal scorer, not 4th line. You can argue about best placement if you want your teams to be able to get better government or stop whining when you keep electing commies. Hayden says, hey, which Islanders prospect can be the biggest difference maker in 26-27? Who do you think, X?
Well, I don't know. It seemed like we said Victor Eklund's probably going to be the biggest one. Yeah.
Freedom Fund, that's who we feel also. I don't think Aitchison will not be up with the big team this year. Prokhorov will not be up with the big team. Maybe Cole Eiserman has a shot.
Could you see Gustafsson?
No,
Okay.
Not this year. Freedom Front Adventures as Son X. Grumpy begged me not to tell you, but I want to help you. Reason Liza calls you Ick is because she finds your cheapness icky and repulsive. Change your way.
Oh, I thought it was funny.
Actually, she calls him. She calls him. Freedom Front Adventures says, Grumpy, did anyone in your family submit designs for the Islanders jersey competition? I did, but the tool limits my ideas.
We did. I did not submit one. I should have. I did not. I dropped the ball.
Damn it.
Did you submit one, Grumpy? Didn't think so.
I'm not the one who wanted everyone to send in these ideas.
Nobody sent in anything, Grumpy. Do you want to hear the truth? Nobody sent in anything. Nobody wanted to do it.
You weren't forceful enough to get them to do it.
That's right. I was not. It's all on me.
Okay. Nick Canetta says, I bet you he'll take generally a team-friendly deal, 7 years, 10 to 12 million.
No.
You're wrong there.
No.
There's no way he should take that deal.
Yep.
Why would he give up years of free agency for 10 million, for 12 million? He's
Correct.
going to get paid. Look at Byron Bowen just got paid 12.5 million. Matthew Schaefer's probably, if Matthew Schaefer's a 10 out of 10, Byron Bowen's a 6 out of 10. He should get 20, whatever he wants is what they should give him. I don't care what it is. He's the reason people go to see games.
Correct.
Electric. He's the face of the franchise. Anytime they have an event, that kid is out there doing it. Draft, Matthew Schaefer. Grocery store opening, Matthew Schaefer. We need somebody to talk to the media, Matthew Schaefer. Announce trades, Matthew Schaefer.
Make general manager picks. I think we'd rather have Matthew Schaefer.
I would too. Nick Canetta says, I usually agree with Grumpy's takes on hockey, but the one thing I can't is who he thinks fourth liners are. Heineman scored 20-plus goals in his first year, not a fourth liner. Prokhorov, who knows? Okay. Emil Heineman, at the end of the year, what line was Emil Heineman playing on? Fourth line. Fourth line. That's why. He scored a bunch of goals early, and he tailed off at the end of the year. It's okay that he's a bottom six guy. He's been a bottom six, a fourth liner in every single organization he's ever been in. The only reason he played up early in the year here is because the Islanders have no one who could put the puck in the net. And he has a nice one-timer. That's it. That's what he has. He's a one-trick pony. It's a good trick to have, but he's a one-trick pony. You think they're going to put Cole Eiserman on the fourth line and put Emil Heineman up top? That ain't happening. Victor Eklund going to play the fourth line? Nope, that ain't going to happen. And he's good in that role. He finishes his check. He's solid. He's solid. David Sean McDonald says, actually, X has the Trailer Park Boys silhouette.
Silhouette. There we go.
X. Nick Canetta says, Aitchison, not Eiserman, will not be up next year. Not because they aren't playing well in the AHL, but because they want to focus on their development.
I can see that.
I don't think either one's going to make it. David Sean McDonald says, I guarantee those 5 prospects will play better than the pylons they'll be replacing.
I don't think you're too far off with that.
Well, you know what? We'll see. But you know what? You don't just step into the NHL as 18 and 19-year-olds. We're spoiled by Matthew Schaefer, and they just come in and they're great. It's just usually not the case. I don't say that they can't pan out.
Okay, if they provide any bit of positive play, that's better than what we have. Let's be honest.
Okay, but they're not going to be as good as they're ever going to be when they first come into the league.
Oh, sure. We know that.
And it's highly probable that some of them are going to bust out. Not everybody you draft is going to be a star. Then every single draft pick is when everybody's a star. It's not the way it works. It'd be great if it did. I'd be ecstatic. If all those guys panned out, I'd be ecstatic. But probably not going to happen. You might have guys who contribute on the bottom end, or some guys are just not that good. Some Oliver Wahlstrom, right? I often compare Cole Eiserman to Oliver Wahlstrom. He's out of league. Shoot the puck, but not real bright. And he didn't play any defense. Cole Eiserman, I know he plays no defense. I've watched him. If you're not scoring, you're not going to play. Peter DeBoer demands that you play a two-way game.
Which means he won't play on this team.
Or it'll be in short
very limited ice time.
But maybe he says, you know what, I'm a pro now, and I'm absolutely going to, do whatever it takes to make this team.
Typically, if you play like that when you're younger, you're going to play like that when you're older too.
Now, he hasn't been like that in college. Just saying, hasn't been like that in college. Maybe Peter DeBoer gets to him. I don't know.
We'll see.
Nick Canetta says Schaefer will take a team-friendly deal because he wants to win. Plenty of the greats did it in their first contracts. He seems like a kid that will do the same. I'm not putting my eggs in that basket. If his agent comes out and says he wants $20 million, you think his agent's going to come out and lowball himself? He's going to say, this kid is electric. He's a top.
He's the only reason you have butts in seats.
I say for electricity standpoint, and marketability, this kid's top 10 in the league right now. Right now, top 10 in the league.
Yeah.
You think he's going to take a team-friendly deal on a 7-year extension? Maybe if he signs
Not to mention, he's also marketable as hell.
That's right. And he's, I mean, you look at him and you listen to some of these kids talk, and it's like,
Kind of like how Grumpy talks.
Yeah, kind of like me. This kid, he really knows how to speak.
Yeah, he does.
He really does. He comes across as truly genuine.
Yep.
And I want to believe that he is.
Very mature.
Very mature for his age. 18 years old. He's already the face of the franchise. They got him doing freaking interviews at the draft.
He's over there meeting the GOAT too, Brady.
I mean, those guys don't fall in your lap. It's like saying, oh, well, you know, Gretzky's going to take a team-friendly deal to play. No, he wasn't taking – his agent wasn't having like team-friendly deals. There's only one guy who took a team-friendly deal in pro sports. And how'd that work out? Brady. And what did the Patriots do with him? They didn't invest the money. The owners pocketed it. Put it right in their back pocket. That's what they did. He got screwed. That's why he finally left. They tried to nickel and dime him because he'd always let them do it. That's not going to happen with Matthew Schaefer. His agent's not going to let that happen.
Correct.
Nick Canetta says, are you guys going to go over people's jersey designs? If so, how do we send them to you?
Yes, if you want to, you can shoot them to me on Twitter. You want to just shoot me
give them the Twitter address, please.
DM. Okay, I will pull it up. Give me a second. Oh, jeez, hold on. Here it is for everybody. There it is. Shoot it over to Islanders Never Say Die.
Okay, what's the actual Twitter handle? What is it?
At Islander Fans NYI.
Islander Fans NYI.
Correct. Right there.
At ISLANDERFANS NYI.
Yep. Shoot a message over, and we'll put them up. We'll probably say that for next show.
Absolutely, we'll do that for next show. X will be culling those together, and we'll do that for next show.
Correct. I'll have them all loaded in there.
All right. David Shaw McDonald says, resolve marital issues. Matthew Schaefer. There you go.
Oh, hold on. Nick says he doesn't have Twitter. What's the email address? And I can log into it before next show. What's that email address that we use?
Oh, I don't know, X. I think that's Islander Fans. I think that's at Islander Fans United at gmail.com. Let me see.
That sounds like it.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's the one that we do.
Islanders Fan United, ISLANDERSFANS United, UNITED at gmail.com. Islanders Fans United at gmail.com.
Yep, shoot it over there, and I'll get access to it, and I'll compile all of them together, and I'll have them all pulled up. So
there you go.
Yep.
Next comment, please, Mr. X. Nick Canetta says,
hold on. Did you read this one?
Already read that one.
Okay.
Nick Canetta says, I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about Richie. He really found his groove and looked like he was starting to figure out the program in the second half of the season. Absolutely. We've been speaking him up. He's one of the 5 players on the team I'm not willing to move.
Correct. That is what we have
talking
said.
About that in the next couple of weeks. Who are the guys we're not willing to move? He's on that list. Spoiler alert, so is Matthew Schaefer. And I'm going to tell you, they're younger players.
Yes.
David Shaw McDonald says Schaefer will sprinkle some of his greatness on on those prospects. You can only help. Like Tinkerbell. Tink, tink, tink. Nick Canetta says, Yzerman did look better when he moved to the AHL. Played no defense in college, but his overall game did look better. Once he got to Bridgeport, we'll see if that continues.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And that's what we're hoping for, right? David Shaw McDonald says, blank check for King Schaefer. Absolutely. Whatever he wants. He is the franchise. You don't lowball your franchise. And here we go. David Shaw McDonald adds, I love our inaugural jerseys, the very first one. And the last comment of the night.
Yep.
Frankie G Sports says, "Are you worried about Schaefer's development because our coaches suck?" No. The only thing that I'm concerned about when it comes to Matthew Schaefer is that DeBoer wants him to be more defensive,
Yes.
not take away his offense, try to get him.
But he has come out and said that he gives him free reign.
So you're gonna have to have a rock solid defensive defenseman to play with him. Ryan Pulak is the guy who he should be playing with. That should be your number one pair.
Yep.
And that kid should get a boatload of minutes. I mean, at the end of the year, he's playing on power play and penalty kill, as well in the last 2 minutes of games. He's the real freaking deal.
Yep.
Most talented player to put on an Islanders sweater ever. Not saying the best player, most talented. It's electric. Electric X.
That's right. He's electric. And I did want to say one other thing. If you send your jersey submissions in through email, please write your handle down with it as well, because usually the email is a little bit different than the actual username that you have. So put down your handle that you have on either, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you're utilizing to comment in, so that way we know whose is whose. So, yep. And that's it for me, Grumpy. Anything you want to say before we hop off today's show?
I want to say love and laughter to everyone who listens and even those who don't, from Son X and the Grumpy Old Man.
Yep, and I would thank everybody for coming out and listening. As always, love the interaction in the comments. Look forward to the jersey submissions. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks, Grumpy.
My pleasure.